Good morning, my viewers, and good morning to all those who have been subscribing so far to my YouTube channel. I want to thank you all, and I say to you all that God continuously bless you for making this message go viral. Today, I'm going to be doing the topic communication in marriage. Let us go into relationship today and see the sides of marriage that we can effect positively. Communication in marriage. What is communication? If one is asked, what is communication? But before going into what communication is, I want to talk about some of the misconception of communication in marriage. Sometimes we think we are communicating, but in the real sense, we are not really communicating in marriage. For instance, the husband just came back from the office, and the husband the wife has been at home all day. Definitely the man is hungry and tired after the fatigue of the day. He needs to grab some rest. And the woman who has been in the house all day will just tell the man, go and take care of yourself. Go and make yourself comfortable. Go into the kitchen and prepare something for yourself. Communication. Also too, misconception of communication in relationship. When there is no money in the house, when there is lack of funds in the house, and instead of the woman to communicate in a calm way that darling, there is no money, we are managing, the woman will start ranting and shouting. I am tired of this way of life. I don't want to. Had it been I know, I would have not continued in this marriage. I wouldn't have even married you. No. Now we don't even have money to feed. If I have known, I would not have engaged myself in this marriage. This is communication, but is this the kind of communication that should be in marriage? That is just few of them. But as time goes on in this topic, I'm going to bring us to know some of the ways for some of the ways we can communicate in marriage, in relationship, that makes things work out. But first of all, what is communication? Communication is the process of sending and receiving messages through verbal or non-verbal way or verbal means, speech or oral communication. There are some basic things that we must know when communication is involved. There are about 5 of them. We call them the basic component of communication. Number 1 is the sender, the receiver, the medium in which the message is being passed, the message that is being passed, and the feedback from the message. These 5 components, they are very, very important as far as communication is important. The sender, what message are you sending? The receiver, what message is the receiver receiving? Which means are you using to pass the message? The means now has to do with the process in which the message is being sent. Is the message being sent with sign language, or is the message being sent with body language? Because sometimes messages are sent through body gestures and through body languages. We don't even know sometimes that we pass messages through this means. This morning I want to look at communication in marriage. First and foremost, we must know that a marriage that has no good communication, such marriage is heading towards a fall. That's one thing we should know. Communication in marriage is the life wire in the marriage. Communication is the life wire in the marriage. It's very, very important. Apart from God that makes the relationship work, another thing that is important in a relationship or in a marriage is communication. It is very, very important. Let us look at some of the things that makes communication in marriage very, very important. One is, when there is communication in marriage or in a relationship, it makes the relationship to grow. It makes the relationship to grow, because when you communicate your feelings, when you communicate your displeasures to each other, and you are not keeping things in the mind towards the other person, it makes the marriage to go well. The marriage grows and it leads to something better. Number two, in marriage, there should be communication. And the communication brings about relief and healing. When there is fight in the house, when there is conflict, when everywhere is scattering in the house, and the home is in disarray, when the negativities are being communicated, it helps calm the whole situation. The wife is calm, the husband is calm, and even the children. Everybody is calm. It brings relief and healing. And also too, in marriage, in relationship, if you have to speak life. Speak life. It is very, very important. Speak life. What is life? Don't fill your marriage and your relationship with so much negativity. Don't fill your marriage or your relationship with so much displeasure, don't use words that are too derogatory in your marriage. Because at the end of the day, there is power in our mouth. The kind of words we say carries a lot of energy. The kind of words we say activates some forces. So that's why whenever we have to speak, let us speak life. When you have to speak, don't speak death into your relationship. Speak life into your relationship. Speak good things about your spouse. I love you. You are wonderful. You look sweet. Your food was good. You look charming. Speak life. Speak life. My husband is handsome. Speak life into your marriage. And confess positive things about your marriage. I just said that now. Express your love to each other verbally. Speak about things that you do and you do not like. That's what I've said. And you speak to edify. Very, very important. And if you have to speak, speak the truth. Speak the truth. Speak the truth is very, very important. Speak the truth. Truth in relationship. Speak the truth. It's very, very important. Speaking of truth. Don't pretend about anything. Don't pretend about anything. Don't pretend. There is no pretense. Relationship is not all about pretending. Speak the truth. If a woman will accept you, or if a man will accept you, let such acceptance come from a natural ground. Not pretending, not speaking falsehood, not saying things that you do not have. Because today, so many persons, they portray themselves in a way of things they don't have. They start shouting they have it. No, that's not relationship. That's not communication. Speak the truth. You need to speak the truth. That is what is very, very important. Speak the truth. It is needed in relationship. It edifies. No pretense. If you don't have anything, say it. There is no need for lying. Because at the end of the day, if such lies is being fished out, then there is a problem with the relationship. Things don't go well. So speak the truth if you have to speak, and don't lie. Because at the end of the day, it will be tagged deceit. And also too, if you will speak the truth in love. Yes, speak the truth in love. I have to talk to men about this. You know, women, they pick words. They pick words very much. So if you have to speak to them in a kind way. Select the kind of words you say, because anything you say to a woman will be used against you. Anything you say to a woman will be used against you. So when you want to speak to a woman, speak to her in a calm manner. Select the words you use to speak to talk to your wife. Select it. It's very, very important, because they are very picky. They pick every word you speak. So talk to them in a calm way. Be mindful of the words you use, because the kind of words you use on a woman will determine her response towards you, and will determine what she will say about you. And also, when you have to speak, don't allow your emotional stress or your emotional distress to outweigh your sense of reasoning. Yeah, because sometimes when you're back, just like the instance I made at the beginning of this talk, of coming back from the office tired and fatigued, and your wife is telling you, your wife who has been in the house all through the day, is telling you to go into the kitchen. You have to take it easy sometimes. Now let us look at some of the things that you have to avoid. Avoid saying these things in your relationship. Avoid shouting. Avoid insulting. Avoid arguing to win. Avoid always bursting into tears. Yes, avoid it. Doing all the talking without listening to the other side. Avoid it. Nobody is a monopoly of knowledge when it comes to relationship. You must learn to listen. That is the essence of communication. Always keeping quiet and refusing to communicate sometimes is very, very good. Avoid words like never and always, which confers a permanent negative verdict on the persons. This is what I mean. Don't use the word never or always. You are always late. You are never there when I need you. You never do anything right. These are the words that we see. Now let us look at some of the examples of the things that you avoid saying. Things you are not to say in your relationship. Number one, I will slap you. No, not in the marriage. I will divorce you. No. Swine. Oh, you are hopeless. You are useless. I blame myself for marrying you. You can go to hell. You call yourself a man. I hate you. Can't you be like Mr. X or Madam Y? You are ugly. You are a witch. This marriage will not last. I don't think we are meant for each other. Prostitute, bitch. If you misbehave, I will leave you. I don't love you anymore. These are not statements that should be used in the marriage. There are other ways you can also communicate in marriage. Giving of gifts and presents. Writing of notes, letters. These are also means. Signs and gestures. Singing. These are means of passing messages in the marriage, communicating in the marriage. Touching. Yes, you touch your woman. You touch your wife. You kiss your wife. Yes. These are means of communicating. So, communication is very, very important in marriage. If there is no communication, even normally, even in every organization, if there is no communication, if there is no flow of information from the top to the bottom, such organization will not last. Let's use that as a yardstick now. Let's use that as an example. So now bring it into a relationship. When there is no communication, what will happen? So let us learn to communicate. Communication is important in marriage, and when we have to communicate, let it be positive. Positive communication is very, very important. Thank you for tuning in to watch this video, and if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to share to your families, your friends, your well-wishers, and also don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much. I remain yours sincerely, Padre Okoromi Paul. Thank you.